They have not found the vitality.
Hey, what's happening? Good morning. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you.
There's only food that has been supported. So we played
First sip, gotta have it.
Michael Owl.
Happy Friday.
All of the people here that we have met so wonderful.
We are well
We thank you
on our
very
way
much.
to summer vacation. Finally, winter wouldn't let go. It was taking forever to get here, but it's here now. I actually kind of thought it was coming back here in the western Pennsylvania area. It's like 40 degrees overnight the last couple nights. But it's getting warmer. What's up, fool? My favorite foolish cousin. I say that with all the fullest amount of love that I can call you a fool. But in any case, I just wanted to drop a few nuggets of knowledge real quick. Not going to get too heavy, but my man Anthony Bourdain, if you all ever watch his show on CNN, this guy was a chef who had been up and down in society and former drug user, and he often talked about that, and he did this great show as he became a chef and worked his way through the kitchens in New York, and then had this great show on CNN where he traveled the world. And what I liked most about his show is he was always talking about the culture and the people and just having a good time and enjoying that. So he took his own life today or recently, and it's pretty sad that people can dealing with that pain so bad, whatever it is, because I know a few people that have used heroin, and it is not something to be trifled with. And you have to ask yourself, what is so painful to somebody in their life where they knowingly take a drug, not for recreation, but to dull that sense of pain and have a sense of completeness. And that is what's missing in a lot of our society, is the ability to feel empathy for what someone else is going through. No matter what you're dealing with, who you are in life, we're all dealing with something. And some people's pain is so great that they just want the pain to go away. Think about that. Whatever it is that you do throughout the course of your day and your life, you know, we all have those ups and downs. Prayerfully, you will never know something so deep and something so sad that it makes you want to just end your own life. But I'm going to just leave that what it is. Listen to the people around you. Talk to the people that you care about. You know, there's signs for everything if you stop and take the time to just listen. Which brings me to my next point. I posted something with Judge Greg Mathis was talking about the woman that was released from prison after 20 years for trafficking drugs. And he made a couple of great points, but the main thing is he talked about President Obama's reform of the American, I call it injustice system, because that's what it is. Now, I'm not going to debate anybody today about who commits crimes in America right now, but I do know that since the beginning of this country and this nation, people of color have not fared very well under this system in America, and particularly the justice system. After slavery was ended, laws, codes, and things were created to keep people of color down. They still exist today. That mentality still exists today. It is slowly dying away, but it ain't dying fast enough. With that being said, you know, you got Trump out here thinking this is Celebrity Apprentice, going on TV and getting all these celebrities in his ear because it feeds his ego. And I would say to this man, if you are sincere about making this country better, if you are truly, truly caring about the nation that we live in, put your ego aside. And I know that's going to be a hard thing for him to do, but put your ego aside. Take a good look at the people around you, the people that are talking, the people that are in need, are dying, the people that are suffering in Puerto Rico, those thousands of Americans, Puerto Rican Americans, American citizens that perish, and you made light of their situation. You listen, you cannot continue to go through life. You cannot go through life forever taking advantage of people and doing people wrong, because eventually karma will come back and bite you in your ass. I'm telling you. 9/11 happened because America had it coming. Don't make it right, but America had it coming. And I know some of y'all just tuned that out, but you didn't hear what I'm saying. America has a deep and long history of doing people wrong time and time again through public policy, through infiltration of nations, building nations, tearing nations down, setting people up in other nations, all in the name of the dollar, all in the name of profits. And you're a fool if you think anything differently. All the world's conflicts we have been involved with for over 200-something years, 300-something years damn near, America, and again, these were going on before we got here, But America is the most corrupt organization in the world today. If you don't think that or don't believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. I got two to sell you. Because our policies never perpetuate peace, love, and happiness and concern for anybody unless there is some sort of profit in it for America. And some of y'all just eat that up and think you're great. It's great to be an American. Yeah, we have benefited from those unsavory practices, but that does not make them right. I digress just a little bit, but I want to get back to the point of Judge Mathis. And again, watch the clip on my page about Judge Mathis's statement about injustice for black and brown people in America. People of color, just two groups. And either you're coming back here to listen to me because you believe me or you're trying to learn more. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to find something to debate. But I don't say nothing that is not factual. I don't say nothing that cannot be proved. I don't say nothing that is not documented. So if you don't believe me, go back and check it out. Google it. Look it up on TV clips, newspaper ads. We're going to continue this on and on and on. I wake up every day looking for my motivation, what I'm going to do today. And a small segment of what I do and think about is stuff that's going on in the current temperature in America and some things in the past as well. Because they do affect us all. They affect me, you, and your children, and your neighbors. And you have to wonder what side of the coin that you're on. So everybody's struggle isn't necessarily a struggle of life and death, but there is a struggle to stay focused and to continue this path in life. So this prison reform thing, it needs to happen. President Obama started to tear down this vicious injustice system, and it took him a while because he had to work so hard to get all these other important legislations into action. Because as you all remember, Congress, Republican-led Congress, and the House of Representatives fought President Obama on every single thing that he did. Everything. He even tried to vilify him and his family. We'll get into that later. But see, there's that theme of hate in America. Once again, people of color. We're not debating whether people wanted to keep us down. Nobody cares about that. We know that's there. We know they are there. But they are small-minded people with the inability to grow and to be productive members of society. But with that being said, again, if Trump wants to make a difference and wants to actually show true good faith, fire Jeff Sessions, who is a known racist, and his policies, they're on the books. His policies and positions have not been favorable for people of color or people in the gay community, and he is on record of making these not accusations, but his where he stands and what he believes in. And it's not justice for all, number one, because we have this justice system who is supposed to oversee all of law enforcement in the country. And they set the policy, but they're taking the tone and the temperature of the president, who is supposedly our free leader. So you see what I'm saying? You cannot have people in the White House who don't go in every day to put their best foot forward to do the best they can for as many Americans as they can. That's simply not the case. And some of y'all get caught up in this Democrat-Republican thing sometimes. Your party's your party. But look at the people that are in the party and what they're doing. And it's okay to individually point out the good and the bad that people do in their political party or any organization, because you should. You should question people's motives. You should question their actions. You should be wary of the things that they're striving to do. And if they benefit you and people around you. It's a great sign. But we see people in America, the 2% of this nation, that continue to get richer and richer and richer. And the rest of us continue to struggle just to hold on and maintain their basics, paying the light bill and the water bill and paying for gas. They nickel and dime us every single summer. But gas prices go up and up and up and up. And you don't think these stockholders and shareholders are sitting there getting paid? Please. For-profit prisons have been a problem in this country for a very long time. There's no reason why somebody goes to jail for 20 years for simple misdemeanor crimes or whatever you want to label them. There's just no reason. And you know these people can't afford lawyers and attorneys to get out of these situations or help them get the best possible outcome. It doesn't make any sense. But in the meantime, Trump, stop pardoning people thinking you're doing us a favor. Yeah, it's great that these people were out of prison for that long. No need for it. But you can do one better and start acting presidential. Start acting like you give a damn. Start acting like you got some good home training. I find it hard to believe that people with all that money and all those resources that you come from, that the simplest basic human decency has escaped you. If money makes you that corrupt, I'd rather stay poor. I'm just saying. We all got to get on the same page, and we all got to stop falling for this okie doke, this celebrity whatever, and listen to what other people say and tell you how to think. Listen to your neighbors, your brothers and sisters, because people are in need of help sometimes. Sometimes that's all it takes. It's just 5 minutes to listen to somebody. So I hope these things resonate in your brain throughout the course of the day. Let me know. Questions, comments, just put them down and I'll get back to them. If you want me to research something, I promise I'll go into detail as best I can to find out what it is that you ask. That's all I got for today. I'm about to go get my Friday on. Peace.